Hey, good evening, everyone. I'm Tyler Ellison, and tonight I actually was going through something that I feel like is kind of ironic because I've made a few other videos on it, and that is the idea of food cravings. Now, I recently did a video on what to do if you're craving chocolate, salty things, sugar, and tonight I actually found myself craving something that was very different than those things. I was actually for about like an hour or so, actually like compulsively wanting ice cream, which is like pretty unusual. I mean, it would happen, back in the day, but really hasn't happened recently. And I was like literally contemplating like going down the street and getting like Ben and Jerry's. It's like, almost 12:30 at night. So I was like, that doesn't seem reasonable. Plus, like, that ice cream's full of, a lot of crap anyway. So I did a little bit of research on the web and then actually whipped up a concoction that I felt really satisfied the craving, but in like a very nutritious way that won't impact sleep by any means and may actually help promote sleep ever so slightly. So what I made was essentially it was a pudding. Really, I didn't intend for it to be a pudding. I thought maybe it would be like a smoothie or something, but it actually came out in the consistency of pudding, which that's fine by me. I don't mind surprise pudding. So what I did was I took a food processor, a little hand blender. I threw in two bananas. I threw in a handful of raw sesame seeds because they are a really good source of natural calcium. And on top of this too, I poured on a little bit of olive oil to get the vitamin E in there. And absolutely no sugar whatsoever because I knew this was going to taste really sweet because of the banana. Um, and anyway, too, to give it the thicker consistency, what I also added in there was coconut oil. Now, coconut oil is a really, really good food. You can eat this on your own if you are having, a food craving, not just even for like salty, sugary, or sweet, but let's say you're just craving food and you might not even be hungry, or let's just say, you ate a bunch of food but you're still hungry. Taking a tablespoon of coconut oil is amazing at, really suppressing and really satisfying your hunger and suppressing the appetite. So I threw in some coconut oil, just, about a tablespoon of that in there too. And last but not least, I actually, and this is a lot, I have a tolerance for it, so I wouldn't recommend everybody go out and try this at 12:30. It might keep you up a while. But I threw in about 2.5 tablespoons of raw chocolate, raw cacao, which is loaded with magnesium and other minerals, and is also a potent energizer and aphrodisiac for that matter. It's very nutritious for the body and helps promote long life and good heart health. So I threw that in there too, with the vitamin oil, or not the vitamin oil. Sorry, it's a little late. The olive oil to really help my system, but also to have that like sugary, chocolatey taste of ice cream. And last but not least, after I had made it, I couldn't help but notice there's this vegan protein powder that I had sitting aside that is actually my roommate's. I took about half a scoop, no, probably about a quarter scoop of that, and threw that in there and blended that up into it too. And that was vanilla flavored. So what I came out with was this mixture of chocolate pudding with a tad of vanilla that was naturally sweet because the bananas, was extremely thick because of the bananas and the coconut oil, and was chocolatey because of the raw cacao, and extremely nutritious because of all those things with the olive oil in there. So I would totally encourage you guys to try experimenting with this on your own. Not only is my ice cream craving gone 100%, but I'm not hungry. I was essentially just wrestling with hunger for a little bit too, where it was getting to be close to midnight, and I was like really really hungry, and I was like, well, it's not that great to eat because your body has to digest that while you're sleeping, and it's using energy that could be used for restoring your body for digestion while you're sleeping if you choose to eat before going to bed. So I was really, really wrestling with it, but I did find this to be an amazing substitute. It's mouth-watery, it's savory. So again, the ingredients for this, if you're ever craving ice cream, um, coconut oil, olive oil, um, raw chocolate, sesame seeds, bananas, a little bit of water, and a good appetite. Thank you guys for watching. Good night, everyone. Sleep well.